Simple harmonic motion. SHM implies simple harmonic motion. The first condition for this is it should be a periodic motion. Along with being a periodic motion, if the acceleration is directly proportional to the negative of the displacement, if the acceleration is directly proportional to the negative of the displacement, that means acceleration is directly proportional to the displacement but in opposite direction. If both these conditions are fulfilled, then we will call it a simple harmonic motion. Every SHM will be a periodic motion, but every periodic motion need not be an SHM. Why? It may be a periodic motion and acceleration need not be directly proportional to the negative of the displacement. Then we have an issue with it. It will not be an SHM. For instance, every day morning you get up at 6 o'clock, leave your home, go to the college, come to the classes and go home again at sharp evening 6 o'clock. You are maintaining a perfect time period of 12 hours. You will not be considered to be an SHM. Very frankly speaking, neither will you be considered to be a periodic motion, because in a periodic motion the path should be defined. Now your path need not be defined. Every day you need not land up in the college. Second, earth is going around the sun. It has a proper time period, but it will not be an SHM. Simple harmonic motion criteria will not be fulfilled. So along with being a periodic motion, if the acceleration is directly proportional to the negative of the displacement, only then it will be a simple harmonic motion. Difference between periodic and oscillatory is, periodic should have a definite time period. Earth going around the sun is periodic, along with a definite path. You go one step ahead. Oscillatory means it should go and come back. This will be oscillatory. This can be periodic motion. A simple pendulum is periodic and oscillatory.
Yes, sir.
It will retrace its path back, will be oscillatory. It need not retrace its path back, it continuously keeps going ahead, will be periodic motion. Now, along with being periodic, if acceleration is directly proportional to the negative of the displacement, A is directly proportional to x, d2x by dt square is directly proportional to x. If this condition is fulfilled, it will be a simple harmonic motion. Now, how do you want us to visualize this? The first representation given is like this. Suppose a particle is going about in a circular track. Suppose a particle starts its journey from here and goes about in a circular track. If the particle is going about in a circular track, watch out for this. The foot of the perpendicular dropped from the particle on the y-axis will perform SHM. The foot of the perpendicular dropped from the particle on the y-axis. The foot of the perpendicular dropped from the particle on the y-axis. Right? Foot of the perpendicular dropped from the particle on the y-axis will perform SHM. How do you see that? Watch out for this. The particle goes from here till here. That means the particle is coming from, the foot of the perpendicular is coming from here till here. That I am showing it this way. Now the particle is coming from here till here. The foot of the perpendicular comes here. I am showing it this way. Now the particle comes from here till here. That means the foot of the perpendicular will come from here till here. I am showing it this way. Now the particle comes from here till here. The foot of the perpendicular goes from here till here. That means it will come back to this particular point. Right?
Yes, sir.
Few textbooks tell us to visualize it this way. Now let a particle go about in a horizontal circle. Keep a bulb on this side and a screen on this side. This is the screen and a particle is going about in a circular track in the horizontal track this way and a bulb here. The image of the particle on the screen when viewed from my side, this way the particle is going about. When the particle is going about in a circular track, its projection on a screen will be straight this way. Are you able to visualize this?
Yes, sir.
So that projection is nothing but the foot of the perpendicular. When the particle is going up, have a look at it. When the particle is coming up towards you, the foot of the perpendicular, the screen will appear to go up. When the particle is coming back, the foot of the perpendicular will come here. When the particle is coming back here, the foot of the perpendicular comes down. When the particle comes back here, the foot of the perpendicular goes up to that point. Fine with that? Now this is the
Yes, sir.
graphical representation. This is called graphical representation. Now justify that this is an SHM. I am able to see that it is a periodic motion. I am able to verify that it is a periodic motion. Now, if you see the particle is going about in a circular track, but the foot of the perpendicular is not only going in a periodic motion but also oscillatory, because it will be passing through the equilibrium position always.
Yes,
It will
sir.
be retracing its path. Now justify that this is an SHM. SHM along with being periodic, it should also fulfill one more condition. Acceleration should be directly proportional to the negative of the displacement. Now I call this radius to be r. This will be y. You are telling me the foot of the perpendicular will perform SHM. Can I say y is equal to r sine theta?
Yes, sir.
Now because the particle is going about in a circular track, because the particle going about in a circular track with uniform velocity, I can write this as sine omega t. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Uniform motion, particle is going about in a uniform circular motion. Now dy by dt will be r omega cos omega t. d2y by dt square is r omega into minus omega sin omega t. I differentiated this cos omega t once again.
Yes,
This will
sir.
be minus omega square r sin omega t. Can I recognize r sin omega t?
Yes, sir.
And hence I get d2y by dt square is equal to minus omega square y. My justification is for an SHM, d2y by dt square should be directly proportional to y. I am getting y because omega is a constant, and hence I can write d2y by dt square plus omega square y is 0. The general equation of an SHM whose solution can be written as y is equal to a sin omega t plus phi. What do you mean by this? Differentiate this twice and substitute here. You will find this equation to be fulfilled. How do you say that you got it from here? What did you do this? You replace the small r with capital A. You are changing the nomenclature marginally. Why? Well, how do you define amplitude? The maximum displacement. How do you define amplitude? The maximum displacement. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, how do you define amplitude? The maximum displacement implies small r is equal to capital A. Now, the maximum displacement will be small r. This will be the value of small r. The
Yes,
maximum
sir.
displacement of y will be small r. Hence, small r I replace with capital A. And omega t plus phi. This whole omega t plus phi will be called the phase angle. Whole omega t plus phi will be called the phase angle, and phi will be called initial phase angle. What do you mean by that? If suppose instead of starting from here, the particle starts from here. Instead of starting from here, the particle starts from here. Now when the particle starts from here, watch out for this. This will be called phi, this will be omega t. This will be y. Y is equal to r sin omega t plus phi. Now phi will be called initial phase angle. Phi will be called initial phase angle. Right? R will be the maximum y displacement. R will be the maximum y displacement.
Yes, sir.
And hence the general equation for an SHM is d2y by dt square plus omega square y is equal to 0. Now y is equal to a sin omega t plus phi. And
Yes,
this
sir.
omega t plus phi will be called the phase angle. Phi will be the initial phase angle. Suppose the particle is starting from here, then phi will be representing the initial phase angle. Hence this will become the
Yes, sir.
general solution of this particular equation. These both will represent a simple harmonic motion. Now that we understand, there are two things. Kinetic energy of a particle, first of all, in SHM, along with it being periodic, acceleration should be directly proportional to the negative of displacement.
Displacement.
So, firstly, I want the kinetic energy of the expression, or let us calculate the velocity. Y is equal to A sin omega t plus phi. Velocity will be dy by dt. This will be A omega cos omega t plus phi. This can be written as A omega root over of 1 minus sin square omega t plus phi. Sin square omega t plus phi will be y square by a square. Do you all agree with that?
Yes, sir.
So A omega root over of a square minus y square by a. This will be omega root over of a square minus y square. Velocity of the SHM, either use this expression or use this expression. Any one of the two. Implies for this, at the highest point velocity is 0. Here velocity is maximum, and that will be equal to A omega. At y equal to a, the velocity will be 0. At y equal to 0, velocity is maximum, and that maximum will be a omega.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Suppose I am speaking about the acceleration, that will be dv by dt. This will be a omega minus sin omega t plus phi, and this will be omega square minus omega square into y. This will be d2y by dt square, and this was what we were expecting. We have already derived this. Now purpose of doing this is a is equal to minus omega square y. That implies acceleration is maximum here. This will be omega square a, and here acceleration is 0 at the mean position. Where velocity is 0, acceleration is maximum. Where velocity is maximum, acceleration is 0. Now that we know the expression for velocity, the kinetic energy of the particle will be half mv square. Half m. Velocity will be omega root over of a square minus y square. So this will turn out to be half m omega square a square minus y square. This will be the kinetic energy of the simple harmonic motion. What if you ask me for the potential energy? The potential energy will be integral f dot dy.
Yes, sir.
Actually f and dy will be in opposite direction. But then I will eliminate the negative sign, because when I put mass into acceleration, here acceleration should be omega square y with a negative sign.
Yes, sir.
So that negative sign and f dy in opposite direction, negative sign will cancel out. This will be m omega square y square by 2. So what have we justified from here? Total energy will be half m omega square a square. The total energy will be half m omega square a square, implies this is a constant. Half m omega square a square will be a constant. So in a simple harmonic motion, remember, if the potential energy is increasing and decreasing, kinetic energy is decreasing and increasing. Total energy should remain constant. If one is increasing, the other is decreasing. If this is increasing, the other will be decreasing. The potential energy and kinetic energy. Sum total energy of the simple harmonic motion must remain constant.
Constant.
Total energy of the simple harmonic motion must remain constant.
Constant.
F dy half k x square is the potential energy of a spring. Same is the derivation here. This will turn out to be half k y square. We calculated the potential energy of a spring. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
Same is the derivation. F dot dy kx dot dx. Instead of kx I put m into a. I'll show you that using a spring. You will understand that better.
Sir,
Yeah.
then the definition of potential energy is the limit will be from -1 to +a.
No. We will take that as reference. 0 to I. Initially, it is at the displacement y equal to 0 to a displacement of y. Total potential energy, if you take them, kinetic energy will become 0. Displacement is from 0 to y, that's it. Consider a spring mass system. This is K. Suppose I displace it by a distance of x and I release it. What will be the restoring force acting on it?
Kx.
Kx. Can I call Kx is equal to mass into acceleration?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So A is equal to minus K by M into X. Do you all agree with that?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Why did I put a negative sign? To show that A and X are not in the same direction. Displacement is towards the right, acceleration is towards the left. They are both vectors. So omega is under root K by M. Why did you get this? You compare this with the equation A is equal to minus omega square X, the general equation of an SHM.
Yes, sir.
So I will get omega is under root K by M. Time period is 2 pi by omega. This will be 2 pi root over of M by K. So time period of oscillation of a spring mass system. Time period of oscillation of a spring mass system is 2 pi root over of M by K. Right? T is equal to 2 pi by omega. 2 pi under root M by K. This will be the time period. Observe one thing. What did you tell me? Potential energy was half M omega square Y square. Y or X depends on the displacement. Here I can write X. This is what you told me as this. You know the potential energy of a spring. Potential energy is half kx square. That means K should be equal to M omega square. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So potential energy expression, however you derived half kx square, exactly the same thing. Potential energy of the spring is half kx square. Now for a spring, it is half kx square. If it is not a spring, simple pendulum is also a simple harmonic motion. So I need a general expression for potential energy. Hence I used half m omega square x square. And the time period of oscillation in general, in all the problems in SHM, they'll ask you for the time period of oscillation, which is calculated this way. First you calculate the net total restoring force, equate it to mass into acceleration. Verify if acceleration is directly proportional to the negative of the displacement. Only if acceleration is directly proportional to the negative of the displacement, compare it with the general equation and find out omega. Once I know omega, omega is 2 pi n or 2 pi by t. Omega is 2 pi n or 2 pi by t. Hence time period is 2 pi by omega. Right?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So in all these equations, are we using omega as just a variable or as angular velocity itself?
It is a constant. It is a constant. It
Yes,
is
sir.
not a variable. Now for this, omega will be defined. It is 2 pi n. N is the frequency or 1 by time period. It is not a variable. It is a constant. Only if it is a constant, acceleration is directly proportional to x.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, what if the spring was kept vertical? Now, by the way, one more important parameter. Have a look at it. Ultimately, you need the time period of oscillation of the SHM. You told me that for a simple harmonic motion, the total energy will remain constant. You derived that the total energy will remain constant. Now say I displaced it towards the right and released. I displaced it towards the right and released. The particle is going towards the left. The particle is going towards the left. Right. So Kx is the force acting towards the left, which you equated it to mass into acceleration. Say at one instant of time, this particular mass is moving towards the left with a velocity. So it will be half mv square plus half kx square. So at some instant you brought it till here and you released. When the particle is going back, when it is at this particular point, the The elastic potential energy is half kx square. The kinetic energy of the particle is half mv square. This is the total energy of the system. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There is no other energy that we are missing. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now, total energy you are telling me is constant. dE by dt should be equal to 0. When I differentiate this, half m into 2v dv by dt plus half k into 2x dx by dt should be equal to 0. Now this 2 will get cancelled. Right? V and dx by dt will come to the denominator of this and it will become 0. So m into a is equal to minus kx. A is equal to minus k by m into x. Is this the equation that we are expecting?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Take it down. Suppose on the contrary, if the spring is vertical, how different will your answer be? The answer will be the same. Now this is x naught, kx naught is equal to mg. In the previous case, in the equilibrium position, the spring is unstretched. In the previous case, in the equilibrium position, the spring is unstretched. Here in the equilibrium position, the spring is stretched to some extent. So kx naught is equal to mg.
Yes, sir.
If kx naught is equal to mg, if kx naught is equal to mg here, from the equilibrium position when I displace it by a distance of x, net total restoring force will be equal to kx plus x naught minus mg. Restoring force is upwards minus mg. So it will be kx plus x naught minus mg is equal to mass into acceleration. So kx plus kx naught minus mg is ma. A is equal to minus k by m into x. Last step, where from did you get the negative sign? I did not get the negative sign. I am putting the negative sign to show that a and x are in opposite direction. So compare this with omega under root k by m. I will compare this equation with a equal to minus omega square x, and hence I get the same omega, or the time period is 2 pi root over of m by k. Is the logic clear?
Yes, sir.
So in this case, eventually after some time the mass m will again come to an equilibrium position.
Obviously, after some time means no. Only if you consider a damped oscillation, the oscillation will die down. What you are considering is an ideal situation. It will keep oscillating with the same time period up to infinity.
Yes, sir.
If it is a damped oscillation, the oscillation will die down after some time.
Yes, sir.
We are not considering any dissipative forces, no air resistance, ideal elasticity for this. There will be no restore energy lost due to the spring. Under those circumstances, the oscillation will continue.
Yes, sir.
Now the same problem, if I want to solve using energy method, total energy you are telling me is constant. Now how do I write the energy method? I pulled this mass somewhere till here and I released. While it is going up, write the energy when the particle is at a distance of x. At this point I am writing the energy. At this point the mass is going up and it has got a velocity of v. I can write the total energy as half kx plus x naught whole square plus half mv square minus mgx. See if you are convinced with the equation. Half kx plus x naught is the elastic potential energy of the spring when the mass is here and it is going up. Half mv square is the kinetic energy of the mass minus mgx. I am taking the gravitational potential energy reference line to be this.
Yes,
So this is the reference line. So when it went down, so I will call it minus mgx.
Yes, sir.
Now this total energy should remain constant. dE by dt. This will be half k into 2 times x plus x naught into dx by dt. Why x naught is a constant? So differentiation of x naught is 0. Half m 2e into dv by dt minus mgv. Now the 2 gets cancelled. This 2 gets cancelled. As a result of which, if this is 0, I can write this as kx. Now v gets cancelled. Kx plus kx naught plus mv minus mg will be 0. These both will go. Sorry, dv by dt is a ma. So a is equal to minus k by m into x. And hence omega will be under root k by m. Is the logic clear?
Yes, sir.
Now have a look at it. We understood 2 things here. In SHM, in 99% of the problems, they'll ask you for the time period of oscillation. I will take one more simple example before we proceed. Simple pendulum. Though this theory will not be complete here, I'll come to this again. But just to give you an example. If the simple pendulum is displaced by a small angle theta, mg will be acting in the downward direction. Tension will be passing through this particular point. So I can say this will be mg cos theta and this will be mg sin theta. So what is the restoring force pulling the simple pendulum back to the equilibrium position? Restoring force will be equal to mg sin theta. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
If restoring force is mg sin theta, restoring force is equal to mass into acceleration. mg. Remember, simple pendulum will be an SHM if and only if theta is very small. Theta is very small. Only if theta is very small, sin theta can be replaced with theta. Cancelling out this, A is equal to G into theta will be sector formula. This distance will be x. L will be the length of the simple pendulum. Theta is x divided by L. Theta is x divided by L. So x will be this sector length. Theta is very small, so x will almost be a straight line.
Yes.
When I rearrange this, I will get A is equal to minus G by L into x. All of a sudden, where from did you get the negative sign? I didn't get the negative sign. I am showing to you that the vector A and the vector displacement are in opposite direction.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Compare this equation with the general equation of an SHM. The general equation of SHM you told me was A is equal to minus omega square x. So omega will be under root G by L. Hence, time period is 2 pi under root L by G. This is the time period of a simple pendulum. Simple pendulum will be an SHM if and only if theta is very small. You used that derivation. If not, A will not be directly proportional to displacement. So if theta is large, the simple pendulum will not be a simple harmonic motion. Neither will its time period be 2 pi root over of L by G. So in general, all throughout, as far as these subtopics are concerned, ultimately you will get restoring acceleration. Verify if the restoring acceleration is directly proportional to the negative of the displacement. If so, compare it with the general equation of an SHM, A equal to minus omega square x, and get the value of omega.
Yes, sir.
Now see the actual essence of playing with the acceleration here. This problem can be solved in 3 different procedures. We will learn all the 3 procedures. It is not optional. All 3 are compulsory. Certain places you will find the energy method easy. Certain places you will find restoring torque easy. Certain places you will find the dynamic equation easy. Hence, depending on the necessity of the problem, you will have to pick up any one of these procedures to solve the problem.
Yes.
Firstly, have a look at this. It's a solid cylinder and a spring is connected to the solid cylinder of mass m and radius r. M is the mass, radius is r. Here friction is sufficient to prevent slipping. Friction is sufficient to prevent slipping. That means what kind of SHM are you speaking of? Theta should be small enough, and I have connected this to a spring here, to one end. Say I am connected this to a spring. So this will oscillate this way. Are you able to see that clearly?
Yes, sir.
Small oscillations. Now this is a solid cylinder. Why did you show me a circle on the board? I showed you this circle on the board. The spring is my finger. The
Yes.
spring is my finger. If the oscillation is large, then I will have a trouble. So the